Let's all stand and sing together. Oh, I've got love, I've got peace, I've got joy, flowing like a river. I got love, I got peace, I got joy, flowing like a river. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river. I got a love, I got peace, I got joy, flowing like a river. I got a love, I got peace, I got joy, flowing like a river. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river. I got strength, I got faith, moving every mountain. I got hope, I got strength, I got faith, moving every mountain. One heart, one mind, one love, moving every mountain. One heart, one mind, one love, moving every mountain, flowing like a river, moving every mountain, coming together, coming together, flowing like a river, moving every mountain, together, coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river. One heart, one mind, one love, flowing like a river.
Good morning. Will everyone please remain standing as we join together and say our welcome statement. Maybe we don't have a slide, but most everyone knows it. Everyone is included and accepted here. Our differences do not keep us apart. By coming together, we create healing and wholeness. We see you, we love you, we bless you. Welcome to Unity of Tulsa-Midtown. Welcome home. Excuse me. Good morning, friends. I don't know if I'm too close, or should I move it down or up or something?
It's good. It's just okay. A little. I think our mic is hot.
I just want to welcome each of you to Unity of Tulsa-Midtown, where we walk a positive path for spiritual living. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad that you're with us today, whether you're here in the sanctuary or joining us online. At this time, we would just ask that you please turn off your cell phones or set them to silent ringing. Also, there is a Connect card, which is located in the front of the pew. And we ask that if you are new, you can fill that out, or if you need to, you can update your information, and then you can just simply drop it in the offering bag later in the service when we are sharing our financial gifts. Okay, let's see. So, affirmative prayer and 3-minute miracle. At Unity, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer, and we invite you to share your prayer requests with us. There are slips of paper that are in the foyer, so you can put an anonymous prayer request in the prayer box, which is this, but it'll be out there. And you can also contact the office or send your prayer requests in through the website, which is tulsaunity.org. And then every Sunday, after the service, we gather together for prayer in the little chapel, focusing on forgiveness and healing, and it's a 3-minute miracle. Also, by way of announcement, the Global Energy Meditation Group will meet in the prayer chapel today at noon, and seating is limited to just 9 people at a time. So this group also meets on the first Sunday at noon, and if you're interested in leading one of these groups, then please let Reverend Shanna know, and she will kindly share the materials with you. And then let's see, so we've got also decorating and choir. Christmas season is just around the corner, and it's time to deck our halls. So if you enjoy decorating, then please talk to Jan Magee or Melissa in the office, and also yay, Jan! Yay, Jan! Volunteers. Also, if you would like to be a part of the Christmas choir, then please speak with Reverend Shauna, Chris Baker, or Larry Mitchell. And then let's see, we have Emergency Infant Services. Today we kick off our yearly drive to support Emergency Infant Services, which is a nonprofit that helps families and babies in need. So let us honor the Christ child in every infant this year by collecting items for infants and toddlers. And you can bring those items to the church each Sunday morning through Christmas. We have a box and a tote in the lobby, I believe, so right inside the door.
Hey, I want to mention something about Emergency Infant Services. So I wanted to tell you guys one of the reasons why it is so near and dear to my heart. Y'all have heard the stories about my son when he was little. He was so sick that he had to go on this formula that at the time, 30 years ago, cost $33 a can, and it was tiny. And it was thousands of dollars. It was just going to be so expensive for this tiny baby. And Emergency Infant Services stepped up and helped me. And so it was such, without any attachments, just yes. Here, we're going to provide this food for this poor infant. And so that was a way to honor that Christ child. They honored my little family, and so that's part of the things. They change lives, truly changing lives. And there's so many people in need at this time of year. We know that. And so I ask you to give. Think of your grandchildren, your children. Think of the Christ child and bring. So I just wanted to tell you why it's so near and dear to my heart. So.
And then lastly, there are 3 opportunities every Wednesday for midweek spiritual refresh and reset. At noon, we have a 30-minute peace meditation in the prayer chapel, and that's at 6 p.m. And then a 30-minute walking meditation in the sanctuary from 6:30 to 7:30, and then our Wednesday study group for A Course in Miracles. The study group meets on Sunday mornings from 9:15 to 10:15. So that's all for the announcements this morning, and now we're going to enter a time of reflection and spiritual connection, and I want to invite Richard up to the platform to share today's daily word. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today's word is healing. Let us all affirm together. Taking good care of myself supports my healing. Sometimes it's hard to say no to friends, family, work, church, or volunteer organizations I care about and want to serve. But when I'm overextended and depleted, I don't do my best. And I may put my emotional, physical, or mental health at risk. Taking on too much and saying yes to every request may be a sign there's something deeper within me that is out of alignment and need of healing. Perhaps I'm feeling fear of judgment or reluctance to disappoint someone. I heal when I slow down, pray, and welcome God's grace. I treat myself gently and make time for relaxation a priority. Secure in divine love, I know when to say yes, or for my well-being to kindly but confidently say no, not this time. Our Bible verse is from Psalms chapter 103, verses 2 to 3. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, for who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases. Taking good care of myself supports my healing. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Tammy. And thank you, Amy. Oh, that idea of healing. Let's have a healing moment here together, shall we? We're going to enter that inner space, the inner silence in each of us. So take a moment and prepare. Take a moment and breathe in the natural energy that is all around us, always available for us. And as you breathe out, allow your shoulders to soften. Notice any tension that might be present in your body. Speak to it. Speak release. Any tension anywhere, speak release to that tension. Breathe in that energy again. Release it. Divine Source is always saying yes to us, to our needs, and our healing on all levels. So today, as we open to Divine Source, as we think of our mind opening our heart, opening our very atoms, opening to Divine Source, divine healing. If you can imagine a bright white beam, imagine it created with the power of your beautiful divine mind. Imagine that beam coming all the way down and touching the top of your head. And as it does, that energy pulses at the top of your head. It's a purple, glowing, divine energy, and it pulses at the top of your head. And imagine that beam of light coming down further, down to your forehead, and it's going to pulse with a dark, dark, deep blue color. Imagine that. Feel it, sense it with the power of your mind. And that beam of light continues down through your body, comes down to your throat area, and a beautiful, glowing, light blue, silvery gray light. The energy expands. And that light beam continues down through your body to your heart. Golden, pure, loving, expanding, always expanding. Our love is always expanding. This is the healing energy of Divine Source moving through us. And that light beam continues down, down, next around your belly. This energy that looks red and pink, healing energy. And as it moves down your body, a rainbow of color swirls around your body. A rainbow of healing energy. And as we open to Divine Mind and Divine Source, all those colors flow in us and around us, bringing healing. We open to the healing that we need in mind, in body, in spirit today in this moment. As we sit here together, feel that swirl of energy around you and through you, because love is here for you in this moment. And as we breathe in and as we breathe out, know that Divine Source is always here. Divine Healing always says yes for you, always says yes for me, always says yes in our relationships, in our community. Open always to that yes. That Divine Healing is here for us in mind, body, soul, and spirit. And so it is. So it is.
This song is simply called Grateful. It's really sweet and short. We'll sing it 3 times, so join me when you get used to the song. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that love is all there is. Love is all there is. Nice, join me. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that love is all there is. Love is all there is. One more time. Grateful for the morning, Grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all there is.
Thank you, Amy.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that love is all there is? I didn't hear I didn't hear a yes. Do you believe that? I believe. I believe that too. And here's something else I know about love. It is ever expanding, never retracting. And as we face the next couple of months together, I believe that my love is always expanding. And there will never be a time that we do not love each other. That I assure you. So will you take that in with you? Take that into your heart and know that love is ever and always expanding, no matter what the external world says to us. I'm having a moment. Whew. So one of the things I like to do, sorry, I'm going off the script here. One of the things I like to do when we do the global energy transformation, we imagine this bubble of love that surrounds us. And, that meditation where we're bringing in that energy all through our body, then what we can do is we can expand it. And when you begin walking your life, walking through your day, knowing that that energy, that divine energy of yes, is always flowing through you and always expanding through you, that's a place of healing. It's a place of love. It's a place of my energy constantly expanding to love you, to touch your energy constantly expanding to love me and touch mine. That's a place of healing. Healing is a very real thing. It's very real as we open our hearts and our minds to divine source. Never forget that. Never forget that love is always expanding. That song really touched me. Thank you. We're talking today about gratitude. Thankful for this moment. Thankful for the sunlight on my face. Thankful for this feeling that love is all there is. So today we're talking about gratitude and gravy. Thanksgiving is a time that we gather together with our families. We have gratitude for all the blessings that sustain us. We celebrate with our individual families. We celebrate with our national family. And we celebrate with the family of the planet. Even though other countries don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's a uniquely American thing. Other nations are also grateful for the blessings that sustain them. So today we're going to take a lighthearted look, maybe at times silly. You can let me know. We're going to take a lighthearted look at traditions. We're going to look at food. We're going to look at some annoying relatives and lumpy gravy. So we're always going to be thankful for the gravy, in spite of the lumps. But let me start with a disclaimer. I am in no way stating that my relatives are annoying, because some of them might be watching. None of my relatives are annoying, and none of yours are too, right? None of yours are either. None of our relatives are annoying. Also, none of my relatives are weird or a bit sketchy. Just thought I'd state that. up front. Of course, there is the possibility that my relatives think that I am the annoying one. And possibly your relatives think that you are the annoying one. You ever shifted your perspective that way? So here's an idea. If we're going to annoy someone, let's really bring it. Okay, at Thanksgiving. So I have an idea. Let's bring it with the most powerful force in the universe. Yeah. What's the most powerful force in the universe? Love. Okay. Let's bring it with the most powerful love in the universe. So at your family gathering at Thanksgiving, go up to that slightly annoying, possibly weird and sketchy relative and hug them tightly and say, I really love you. Just grab them. Grab them and hug them and say, I really love you. Now, one of two things will happen. Either they will melt in your arms or they will leave you alone. But here's the trick. You have to really, really, really mean it. Right? You have to really, really mean it. Love is all there is. And that we're going to love each other, annoying, sketchy, weird, yes. Love it all. We're going to love each other no matter what, because love is all there is. Channel that inner goodness at all times and let it flow. I love my family, my in-laws, my outlaws, my extended cousins, the rednecks, and the hillbillies. If you're from Oklahoma, you've probably heard of Jesse James and the younger gang of outlaws. Have you heard of them? Okay. Jesse and Cole Younger are my cousins on my dad's side. Their mother was my great-grandmother. So it's that family. They're my family. We told stories about Jesse that, oh my gosh. I come from country folk and from rebel rousers. Right, not that you could tell. So, but I love my family. I love every aspect of it. And I channel that love in every instance, even with the parts that are a little sketchy, right? That's that process that we've been talking about of shifting our darkness, that we love it and we bring it all to the light. So I want to step out of teasing for a minute and talk about this idea of shifting darkness, because sometimes the love light in you will shine on darkness in someone else, right? Darkness doesn't like it because it feels too real. Darkness likes to hide in darkness. So conflict in our own hearts, or any conflict we have with anyone, is always between light and darkness. It's always a conflict between the love light and the darkness. Okay. When we heal our own darkness, then our light will always shine. So my charge to you is heal your own darkness. Never hide your light. Let it flow no matter what. Let go of ego, let go of condemnation, keep that out of the flow. Never hide your light, never hide your love, never hide your goodness. Because here's what I believe, love is all there is. And the world needs you. The world needs the pure love that flows through you, that divine beam and spark that comes down through you and surrounds you and extends beyond you. The world needs your love. And it's time for us to stand up and be that love, because love is all there is. I keep a little framed statement on my desk about love. It's a quote from Sherry Eckert. She was an advocate for natural remedies, mainly mushrooms, 𝗨𝘂𝗶𝗁𝗍. She championed that to help people with depression. And then she unexpectedly passed away in 2020, but she was part of that organization that really pushed that idea of let's get back to natural remedies. So this stays in my office. This goes, so important. Here's what she says. Be that one. Be that one who forgives when deep offense has been committed, that one who loves when no one else does, that one who gives kindness to those who are mean. Be that one who looks past the insult, instead seeing the pain that motivated it, that one who shines light upon those who sit in utter darkness. Because the impact of being that one runs far and wide. It brings healing to the wounded, joy to the sad, and hope to those in despair. Be that one. Be that one. That's our goal today, all right? Be that one. My friend Terry Edwards is that sort of person. She shares her love of food as healing energy. She's the content creator at 𝗧𝘂𝗶𝘁𝗀𝗀𝗏.com. Isn't that a great smile? She's so kind. She's a licensed Food for Life instructor with the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Terry has what I think are the best vegan and vegetarian recipes on the internet. Now, vegans won't eat any product that comes from an animal, but vegetarians will eat foods that come from animal products as long as it doesn't cause the death of the creature. So vegetarians will eat honey and cheese and eggs, and vegans won't. Terry has a vegan nacho cheese sauce that's one of the best things you will ever eat, and a vegan broccoli cheese soup that is fabulous. If you've ever wanted to get more vegetables into your life or look at vegetarianism, then that's one of the best resources, 𝗧𝘂𝗶𝘁𝗀𝗀𝗏.com. She has a vegan gravy recipe that you can make in 10 minutes, and it's guaranteed to have no lumps, okay? And it's great on mashed potatoes. So Terry started her vegan journey in 2014 to heal her body using food as medicine. She was sick, and that food was her medicine. Changed her life. She sends out a newsletter every so often, and just a few months ago, she began adding a blog to it. And I loved her most recent blog post, so I asked her if I could share it with you. And here's what she said. She said, "Shanna, I love this. Gratitude and gravy that made me smile right away." She said, "I'm so honored you want to share my azalea story as part of your Sunday message. Please feel free to use it. Thank you so much for including a link to my website for vegetarian recipes. That's such a thoughtful gesture." She says, "Even though my website and newsletter have been around since 2014, it's only since January of this year that I've begun openly sharing my faith. I can't tell you how encouraged I am by messages like yours. What once was simply my work has truly become a ministry. By the way, I'm working on a cookbook right now. It's going to incorporate plant-based eating and devotionals. The title is The Plant-Based Table, Nourishing Recipes that Heal Body and Soul." Yes! I'm looking forward to that cookbook for sure. But until then, I'll keep reading her blog, like the story she shared about azaleas. Here's what she wrote. "A couple of years ago, I planted some dwarf azaleas in front of our house that are a little special. I chose them because they bloom not once, but twice a year. Once in the spring as expected, and then again in the fall. Right now, as the temperatures dip and the trees lose their colorful leaves, these azaleas are showing off in full bloom. It's as if they're saying, 'Nope, we're not done yet.' When friends visit, they often stop in surprise. 'I can't believe your azaleas are blooming this time of year.' And every time I see them, I'm reminded of something beautiful. God isn't finished with us either. Just because a season looks like it's winding down doesn't mean growth and beauty can't still happen. Sometimes our most meaningful blooms appear during the seasons when others expect nothing new to grow. Those azaleas remind me that with God's timing and grace, we can flourish even in unexpected places and seasons. So if you're feeling like your spring has passed, hold on. You might just be experiencing your second bloom. And then she finished up with a verse from Psalms 1:3. They're like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. So here's my question for us on this warm autumn morning. What if you're not just in your second or your third or your fourth bloom? What if you are entering your eternal bloom? That's the promise that we have, an eternal bloom. That no matter what we experience in the external world, there is an eternal now, an eternal you, an eternal spiritual experience that we are all growing into. How grateful am I for that knowledge today? Are you grateful for that assurance that there's an unseen reality, unseen, but we can definitely still experience it? This is our place of gratitude in that eternal bloom of our spirit. It's my goal in life to help people come to that place where they have that deeper experience of spirituality that leads to this knowingness of our beingness. I like that idea of eternally blooming, eternally, constantly growing and regrowing into our spiritual beingness. Gratitude is powerful. Blooming, ever blooming, and we get opportunities to express that bloom when we gather together with family. It gives us plenty of opportunities to grow spiritually. We get to practice all sorts of forgiveness, don't we, and love when we gather with family. One of the reasons that Terry's post really touched me so deeply was that this year when my family gathers together for Thanksgiving, it will be without the physical presence of my sister Chris. She died, in February. And yet she's spoken with me in dreams and in deep trance meditations. Spirit communication is part of that growing, ever-blooming spirituality. I know that our energy lives on in different forms beyond the body. My sister's energy lives on in different forms. Yours will too, as will mine. This I know. So my family will gather, and in our tradition, each person is gathered around the table, and before we begin eating, every person says something for which they are thankful for. The little ones are always thankful for pie or mashed potatoes. It's a constant. The adults will smile and be thankful for love and for family. It's the ever-expanding process of life and love, that process of ever-blooming life. We are part of that ever-expanding love, ever-expanding energy. We're the creatures. So are the creatures that we share this planet with. They're part of that ever-expanding love. And that's one of the reasons for looking at the food we eat. So we're going to look at Charles and Myrtle Fillmore and what they said about food and energy. Sometimes we eat things because of tradition or habit. My mom does this every holiday season. She eats ham because she has a grudge against a pig. And I'm serious. This is why there is ham at Thanksgiving and Christmas for my mother. She was a little girl back in the 1940s, and her favorite uncle had given her a doll. It was her only toy, and she was leaning over the pig pen and dropped her doll, and the sow ate her doll. And my mother has eaten ham every holiday since then, right? So sometimes that is, we eat things sometimes because of past experiences, because of tradition. Sometimes we eat things out of emotion or sadness or depression. I've definitely done that. I think most women could say, yeah, I've done that. Me and Haagen-Dazs, Sometimes we eat things out of necessity. So poverty and war can limit access to healthy foods. During the Great Depression, Americans ate dandelion greens. My dad still tells stories like that. And foraging to find food just to keep body and soul together, venison and wild boar. So I have no condemnation for anyone's food choices. I want to make sure that as we talk a little bit about vegetarianism, that I want to make sure that that's clear. I make the assumption that everyone is doing their best in the moment with where they are and what they're thinking. But as we expand our thoughts about who and what we are, we begin to realize that we are much, much more than a body. We are made of energy. And scientists today are proving this at the quantum level, that every atom and cell in our body is in constant energetic vibration. So what's your vibration? If you've ever met someone and you felt that they were dense, that could literally be very true. We are energy beings, and once we understand that, then we can begin shifting our thoughts about the energy we take in and the energy we send out. With gratitude and love, we nurture and cherish each other. We nurture and cherish ourselves. We nurture and cherish the planet and the creatures who share this home with us, and food can be part of that. We must love ourselves to be aware and conscious of what we are taking in. And I'm not just talking about food. We must be aware of the energy that we're taking in and the energy that we're sending out. So the founders of Unity, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, were vegetarians. The Fillmores looked at food not just as medicine, like my friend Terry does, but also as spiritual energy. We do not have to be vegetarians in Unity. Please do not misunderstand me. There are no condemnations or judgments in Unity. That's one of the things that we love about it, right? The Fillmores encourage us, though, to gently question our perceptions and our actions. And they state it this way: we don't eat substance, we eat energy. They weren't talking about calories. They were talking about the energy of life, that we're to take in the energy of life so we can send out the energy of life instead of consuming the energy of death. That quote invites us to think about what we are consuming, not just the food we eat, but everything we read, everything we hear, everything we see and take into our body and mind. We don't consume substance, we consume energy. This idea of conscious consumption in all areas of our life is annoying to some people. The idea of questioning our perceptions, waking up from the illusions, becoming conscious truly annoys some people. Some want to stay asleep in the illusion of human systems. Sometimes the process of waking up, becoming conscious with the Christ mind, sometimes that comes with a side of condemnation from the ego, never from spirit. There is no condemnation in spirit. Condemnation comes from ego. And as we let go of condemnation of others and ourselves, we make space for the Christ mind to work in us, because we are all works in progress. I have not always been a vegetarian. I am now. I became vegetarian because of the Fillmores, because that statement, that explanation of energy and consumption made sense to me at this time in my life. Just like metaphysical new thought makes sense to me, I am definitely not a traditional Christian, and sitting in a Unity church, I'm pretty much sure that you aren't either, right? We make the choice to release judgments, both inner and outer, of ourselves and others, and we must all honor and find our own way with the guidance of our inner spirit. When we make that commitment to walk a conscious spiritual path, it always comes back to that still, small inner voice. That's the pathway for growing into that deeper, ever-blooming spiritual experience. At our holiday gathering next week, there will be plenty of non-meat options for me. Lots of side dishes. It will probably be my brother or my son who makes some funny comment about my not eating meat anymore. I'll just laugh and pour some more gravy on my mashed potatoes. Or maybe I'll start with dessert. I'll start with pie. You've heard that phrase, eat dessert first. Maybe we should all do that next week. My goal this Thanksgiving is to find a deeper source of gratitude. Let's be grateful for each other. That every holy moment we spend together is precious. That's my goal over the next 2 months. Every moment with you is precious to me. Let's be grateful for each other. Let's be grateful for Spirit's guidance, leading us when our trails intersect and when they don't. Let's be thankful for in-laws and outlaws, for every creature we share the planet with, for every particle of loving energy that comes into our lives. Whatever you consume in life, whatever choices you make sure it honors that everlasting, ever constant bloom in you. Travel that path that honors and aligns with your inner spirit, your divine spark. You know, I often finish up with a prayer, but today we're going to finish up with a poem that was written just for this occasion. Okay. It's called A Visit from Old Tom, a Vegetarian Thanksgiving poem. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Fancy plates were arranged on the table with care, in the hopes that more relatives soon would be there. Early visitors were nestled all snug in the guest room, while I was cleaning the kitchen with a mop and a broom. Snores from the sofa and snores down the hall indicated it was definitely bedtime for all. But out on the front porch there arose such a clatter, I ran from the kitchen to see what was the matter. The porch light threw a glow on the new fallen leaves. I peered out and saw something drop from the eaves. And what to my wandering eyes did appear? A flash of brown, much too small to be a deer. With a gobble and wobble so quick and so jerky, I knew in a moment it was old Tom Turkey. Now quickly more turkey hens dropped from the roof, and old Tom gobbled at me as if in reproof. Now come on, old Tom, you know that it's safe here. He checked me out curiously with eyes bright and clear, then spoke in a voice that was deep and a bit wavy. So you're not going to eat us tomorrow with gravy? His brown face curved up with a smile of delight that jiggled and wiggled as he forgot all his fright. He was chubby and plump and surely delicious, but I assured him I had other foods more nutritious. With a wink of his eye and a bobble of his head, the turkey hens gathered around as he said, "Come here, gals, and meet this nice vegetarian. This delightful creature is quite the agrarian." The hens gathered round, and then, to my surprise, they began dancing wildly and slapping their thighs. Their bright wings were flapping as they began to sing, and then old Tom Turkey jumped into the ring. Their gobbles and wobbles surely made me laugh, but suddenly they stopped. Had I made a gaffe? But old Tom and the ladies bowed low to the ground and said, "We are grateful for all life that abounds." With a wobble of his waddle, he gave out a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. I stood amazed in the porch light in that gentle shine and wondered if family would think I'd been in the wine. Then I heard Tom exclaim, ere they flew out of sight, "Thanksgiving blessings to you and to all a good bite." I'm thankful that that made you laugh. You know, our goal, we're going to follow Spirit. We're going to love one another because love is all there is. And so it is. Thank you, Amy. That was called One Summer's Day. Is that what that was? One Summer's Day. I saw, in my mind, I saw leaves, falling down. Did you see that too? That was just lovely. Thank you so much. This is a time in our service when we share together as we co-create a space together. The ushers are going to come forward for our affirmation because we receive and we give as one spiritual community, creating peace and harmony together in this divine flow of love. We want to thank you for sending in your gifts to the church. We want to acknowledge those who give online or mail it in. And as you hold your gift in your hand today or hold your gift in your heart, let us affirm together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen.
Reverend Shanna wrote this beautiful song. Ready? I give to you, you give to me. The cycle is complete. I give to you, you give to me. The cycle is complete. When we give in thoughts and words and deeds, we share the love with each other. When we give in thoughts and words and deeds, we join as sisters and brothers. One more time. I give to you, you give to me. The cycle is complete. I give to you, you give to me. The cycle is complete.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Let's pray together. Father, Mother God, divine source, ever blooming, ever growing love, creator, we join together. We gratefully share from our heart offerings of love and support for each other, for this community. We bless everything that goes on here, and every offering, we know it's multiplied as it goes forth and accomplishes our mission of spiritual growth and transformation. We commit to sharing our love and light with the world. We know you're the source of all we receive, all we share, and all we do. And our hearts are full in this moment with love and gratitude. And so it is. Amen. Okay, and I think we've got kids to come in. Let's sing them in, shall we?
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Okay, Jessica, I want that t-shirt. Igniting the spark, I love it.
This t-shirt is from the Uniteens rally, and so if you want the cool t-shirts, you have to come to the rallies with me. So
there you go, okay.
You know, a little incentive to come and help.
That is a great t-shirt. That is a great one.
And our next teen children's event is going to be in December, and I am looking for volunteers if anybody is interested.
Yeah, you want to talk a little bit about what that is?
We do a youth mixer / lock-in. So all of the children, elementary age through high school, get to come and hang out at the church and bring their favorite snack or treat to share. And we stay from about 7 till about 9:30, and then we kind of kick the elementary kids out, and start our lock-in for the middle and high schoolers. And they get to stay all night here at the church, and we do all kinds of fun things with both the elementary and the high schoolers, and then just the high schoolers and middle schoolers together. And it is a lot of fun. And this year, it's going to be a New Year's Eve party, so it's going to be on the 30th of December.
Okay, that sounds pretty fun. Okay, let's offer a blessing to our kids. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. God loves you, and we love you just the way you are. And let's receive a blessing from this crew.
Congregation, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. God loves you, and we love you just the way you are.
Thank you very much. Let's all rise together for our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Oh, I love that song. Let's finish up today with our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And may it be so, and so it is. Love you guys.
process.